Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're diving into something messy, a glossy celebrity talk show dressed up as fun, progressive entertainment, yet quietly pushing some very questionable ideas about marriage, cheating, beauty, and women's worth. A show hosted by Twinkle Khanna, someone who speaks loudly about feminism, empowerment, and modern values. But then suddenly, we're hearing, emotional cheating is worse than physical cheating. A one-night thing? That's fine. The real betrayal is feelings. Sitting beside her, Karan Johar, nodding in agreement, laughing, normalizing physical cheating like it's a casual oopsie situation. Meanwhile, Janhvi Kapoor, the youngest on the couch, says, cheating is cheating. Both are wrong. She's the one making sense, and somehow she's the one being talked down to. Twinkle smiles and says, you're in your 20s. Wait until your 50s, you'll understand. Like there's some magical age where betrayal becomes healthy, where pain becomes acceptable, where cheating becomes a phase of life you should simply swallow in the name of marriage, in the name of tradition, in the name of pretending everything is fine. And here's where it gets contradictory, because Twinkle Khanna and Kajol often speak about pay parity, misogyny in Bollywood, women reclaiming their power, and on this same couch, they brush aside the emotional scars of infidelity. They giggle about husbands who lie. They glorify silence as the secret to a happy marriage. They romanticize ignorance, as if not knowing the truth is the ultimate form of love. We've seen this pattern before. In another episode, Saif Ali Khan said his father gave him a marriage tip. If she's angry, pretend you're listening, but don't listen. The audience laughs. But think about it, a communication breakdown turned into marriage goals. Ignore your spouse and call it wisdom? These are survival strategies disguised as relationship advice. Not healthy boundaries, not emotional growth, just decades of suppressed hurt packaged as humor. Then, the plastic surgery discussion begins. Janhvi Kapoor says she's transparent so young girls won't make damaging decisions. But here's the issue. If someone truly owns their choices, they say what they did. They name the procedures. They explain the risks. Janhvi never has. Instead, she laughs it off like a secret everyone already knows, refusing to name anything specifically. That is not transparency. That's PR-friendly vulnerability, curated to look honest without giving real information. And then, the victim narrative. She claims, people hate me because I'm plastic, but I look stunning, and I know it. That confidence? Great. But the hate? It's not about appearances. It's the industry pipeline, where talent is optional, but connections are mandatory. People criticize her movies, her acting, not her lips. Yet she flips the narrative. Criticism, beauty hate, sympathy points a clever deflection. And throughout these conversations, Twinkle Khanna interrupts guests mid-sentence like a referee of oversharing. Someone opens up, she shuts it down. Varun Dhawan tries to share something emotional. He gets mocked for giving therapy. He goes from excited to guarded, from expressive to shallow responses. Even Akshay Kumar, her husband, isn't spared. When he proudly mentions a tattoo of her name, she smirks. Tattoos are permanent. Marriages aren't funny, maybe, but also a little sad. A constant undertone of, don't trust love too much. Loyalty is negotiable. Men will cheat, so learn to live with it. The applause drowns the discomfort. Twinkle prides herself on being witty, but wit repeated becomes arrogance. Sarcasm becomes a shield, and humor becomes humiliation, especially when she jokingly objectifies women while claiming to fight such objectification. When talking about Botox, she compares a woman's aging face to a rental house. If there are cracks, fix them to get more rent. Cracks, meaning wrinkles. Rent, meaning attention, desirability, roles. So, women's bodies are properties now? Their faces are investments? Isn't this the same toxic beauty standard she says needs dismantling? You can't call yourself progressive while reinforcing the exact insecurities that damage women every day. This show wants to appear empowering, but empowerment without accountability becomes hypocrisy. You can't fight patriarchy while excusing cheating. You can't advocate for women while mocking emotional vulnerability. You can't call out unrealistic beauty pressure while justifying cosmetic perfection as a necessity. These contradictions tell a darker truth: publicly progressive, privately problematic. So, here's the real question. Why are audiences clapping for behaviors their own lives have been destroyed by? Why do the most privileged people in society get to decide that betrayal isn't a big deal? Why normalize silence and suffering as proof of maturity? If cheating becomes healthy, If communication becomes optional, if emotional pain becomes comedy, then what is left of love? Thank you for watching. Drop your thoughts. Are these celebrities shaping modern values or masking old wounds with expensive humor? Because pretending toxicity is glamorous doesn't make it less toxic. It just makes the damage look high budget.